It's our final game of the evening here at UC Davis. We were supposed to start, folks, at 8 o'clock. We're bringing it to you at 9:10 Pacific time. Thanks so much for joining us and sticking with us as we bring you the Division IV championship game. The number 2 seed Bear River Bruins taking on the Ripon Christian Knights in Division IV. Jeff Kurtz alongside Jason Patterson. Our final game of the evening, Division I, taking place on the far court. But here we've got a Bear River squad that last year lost in this championship game to Union Mine. Meanwhile, Ripon Christian coming into the game after dominating Division V for so many years. They won through 2007 through 2011, five-time champions, move up to Division IV. They're back in the championship game, led by head coach Tiger Shelton. 26-6 this year are the Knights. Meanwhile, Matt McDonald in his 5th year at the helm for Bear River. Their team is 28-12, making a return appearance in this Division IV championship game. Jason, as we look to the action here today, what do you anticipate seeing? Bear River saying they got to play good D. Ripon Christian playing for a lot more than just a championship. We'll get into that story a little bit later on in the broadcast, but that team is fired up as well.
Yeah, most definitely. Coming out here, obviously the higher seed is the Bear River Bruins, but nonetheless, this Ripon Christian Knights are not going to come out here and let the seeding fool them. They're going to come out here and give it their all, as they are playing for a little bit bigger picture that I'll let you get into a little bit later. But yeah, Bear River coming in with a little bit of the height advantage. It looks like both teams got a fair enough height on their team, but Bear Christian looked like Bear River. Oh my God, I'm horrible.
Well, this is our third match. Bear River going right to left. They're in the black jerseys with the black arm, and the nice kill right away by Andy Shelton of Ripon Christian. No, they're going to say that is going to go against Ripon Christian hitting the net. Shelton, Bear River gets the point. Bear River in the black jerseys with the white lettering, the maroon trim. Ripon Christian in the black jerseys with the white lettering and the blue trim. We're even up now after a service error. Bear River going right to left. Ripon Christian left to right. Ripon Christian, as Jason said, the number 4 seed, but they have yet to lose a game. Bear River, the number 2 seed, they have yet to lose a game in this Sac-Joaquin Section Division IV tournament. Set to serve in a 2-1 ball game after a service error by Ripon Christian is Kaya Johnson. Johnson serving for Bear River, dug by Brittany Potlansky. Set far side. The kill opportunity goes for Stephanie Vandepoel. No, they're going to say it is out. And the point to Bear River. Also out on the floor, Cheyenne Gonzalez. Number 32, Taryn Rath. Also number 21, Sarah Shell. Block at the net, and a net violation against Ripon Christian again. Number 9, Amanda Clark out there, and the libero right now for Bear River is Haley Brown. Meanwhile, Brittany Potlansky on the floor along with Cassidy DeRouse, Andy Shelton, Stephanie Vandepoel, the libero, Kaylee Kaline, and also out there on the floor for Ripon Christian, number 14, Amanda Evans. 5-1. Bear Rivers jumped out quickly here in game 1. Johnson. Shelton's going to bring this one back after a miss hit. Ripon Christian looks a little bit nervous in the early going. Bear River going near side. The kill. Nice job. Coming off the block, Ripon Christian keeps it alive. Tap over in 3 by Shell. Here's a bump set. Outside, flat-footed over in 3 by Amanda Evans. Pass. Beating the block and getting the point is Taryn Rath, and Bear River out quickly here, 6-1 in game 1.
Yeah, they definitely are not wasting any time to come out here and get that lead. Already up 5 points here in game 1.
Johnson to serve again. Deep ball, ace. 7-1. And Ripon Christian's going to call a timeout. We're going to keep it right here, folks, on PlayOnSports.com and talk a little bit about this matchup some more. Matt McDonald, interesting story for the Bear River head coach. He is an alumnus of Bear River High School, graduating in 2002, played on the boys volleyball program out there, as I mentioned, in his 5th year coaching and teaching at Bear River. He said it's a bit of a trip to be out there, out in Grass Valley, because some of the teachers that he's now on the faculty with used to teach him. And in fact, his freshman year was the last time the girls volleyball program won a title So it's been a long road for Bear River, falling to Union Mine, who'd been on the edge of a title for a number of years in the Sac-Joaquin section. Union Mine finally getting over the hump, beating Bear River last year, ended up winning the state title. Bear River hoping to duplicate the feat that Union Mine pulled off last year. 7-1 our score. Out of the Ripon Christian timeout. They've got one remaining on the attack. Nice dig by the libero for Bear Valley. That was Brown. Meanwhile, Petlansky on the attack. Dug by Johnson. Pass near side. Shell goes up. Petlansky defends. Shelton backside set. Good D here by Bear River. Over in 3 Shell. And we got a lift call against Ripon Christian, and it's an 8-1 Bear River lead.
Yeah, they are definitely out here. They're not wasting any time trying to build this big lead. 7 points. They're on an 8-1 run here to start this game one.
Aspen Dutro just did a leg kick that Mick Jagger would be proud of here on the sideline after that last Bear River point. One of the bench players for the Bruins. Another point, another ace, a 9-1 Bear River lead. Could it be going any better for the Bruins right now?
I don't think so. Besides that 1 point, you're on a flawless start of the game one.
Johnson continues to serve. And we've got a whistle and a rotation violation against Ripon Christian. 10-1. And final timeout being called by the Knights.
Those are 2 early timeouts already from Ripon Christian.
Head coach Tiger Shelton talking to his squad. His staff includes his wife, Michelle Shelton. Kevin Tamale is the other assistant coach. Andy Shelton on the team is the daughter of Tiger and Michelle. So it is, as Coach Shelton was saying, a family affair in the Shelton household for girls volleyball at Ripon Christian.
Yeah, they're going to need that family affair to start sticking together a little bit, show some teamwork out up there. They're down 9 points already to start game one, are the Ripon Christian Knights.
Johnson set to serve, up 10-1. Johnson serve, deep ball out. And the point to Ripon Christian. 10-2. Johnson was camped out at the service line for a while. Our officials today, Brent Wampler is our chair official. Martin Bignasco, our down official. The lines, Dennis Hobart and Carisha Buchanan. And another point for the Bruins. Substitution into the game, Kirsten Pereira is going to come in, replacing Cheyenne Gonzalez. And now serving is Shell. Shelton goes far side, the kill, nice put away by Christy Van Dever. And an 11-3 game, Ripon Christian's got a long way to come back. Tegan Mandis into the ball game, joining Stephanie Vanderpool and Van Dever in the front for Ripon Christian. Kill attempt middle, nice block, kept alive, but the point goes to the Knights, and it's an 11-4 game.
Yeah, it was a very nice block on the net by Tegan Mandis. You just said her name as she comes in, and she makes a nice block and ends up getting the point.
Coline with a service error. 12-4 the score. Kaylee Rath into the game front row. Serving Amanda Clark. Pass middle, nice job getting it up in the air, Shell. She's going to hit it over in 3, flat-footed over, dug by Shelton. Here's a pass, far side, going up, kill attempt, dug by Shell again. Pass near side. Rath, dug. Far side, off the block, playable. Kept alive by Johnson, who's having an outstanding game so far. And then we got a nice block by Vanderpool, and the point to the Knights, 12-5.
Yeah, that's exactly what the Knights want to do here if they want to get back into this early game. They need to get some more points and go on a little bit of a run.
Here's a free ball over for Ripon Christian. Vanderpool is going to back set Shelton off the block, the point, 12-6. Vanderpool to serve again. Here's Johnson going middle on the tap, and defensively, Ripon Christian can't get there. Nice recognition by Pereira.
Yeah, that was definitely nice. She put it right exactly where there was no girls out on the court. exactly what you need to do to get some points.
Dutro into the ball game to serve. Her team up 13-6. Dutro, Petlansky with the dig. Shelton going to bump that far side. Van Dever blocked at the net. Shelton over in 2. Johnson goes middle. No, we got a double on Johnson. 13-7. Van Dever to serve. Johnson. This is going to be out. Pereira couldn't connect, 13-8. Keep in mind, it was 10-1 at one point. Ripon Christian trying to claw their way back in. Johnson on the dump.
That was a beautiful, beautiful dump by Johnson there. Stuck it right in the campfire.
14-8. Pereira now to serve. Petlansky's going to do a back set and a double on Petlansky. 15-8. Pereira serves again. A lot of energy in this game right now. Ripon Christian still trying to get untracked a little bit. Opportunity for Bear River. Johnson goes middle. Nice tap. Over the triple block goes Rath.
That was a beautiful, beautiful tap. They're showing a lot of nice, solid play early in this game are the Bear River Bruins.
Rath, just a freshman, gets a key point. Shelton setting far side. Petlansky gets it over. Excuse me, that was Rath on the last kill. And another point for Bear River, and they're up 17-8. Pereira continues to serve. Vanderpool back set. Shelton blocked out. 17-9. Into the ball game goes Cheyenne Gonzalez. Out. Pereira is a nice rotation for Bear River out of Grass Valley. Up in the foothills here outside Sacramento is a service error. A lot of uncharacteristic mistakes for a Ripon Christian team right now. They're trailing 18-9. And they look a little tight.
Yeah, definitely. They haven't looked like they've worked out all the kinks yet. Maybe a little bit of rust from the travel over here from Ripon.
Or maybe just the waiting around a little bit. But both teams had adequate warm-up time. It certainly hasn't affected Bear River at all. There they are on the attack. Vanderpool up in the air. Petlansky over in 3. Blocked at the net. Little back and forth action. Vanderpool sets Petlansky again. Blocked again, out. 18-10. Andy Shelton set to serve. Here's a dig and a kill on the slide by Sarah Shell. What a weapon for Coach McDonald.
Yeah, definitely, and that's going to give the Bear River a 9-point lead here in game 1. They're looking to take this first game, and they're doing it dominantly so far.
19-10 our score. Jeff Kurtz alongside Jason Patterson, producer Nathan Schemmel, Timothy King providing all the video for you today. Dig by Coline. Outside, Vanderpool with a left hand, and over, no. Good effort by Bear River. The point, though, to Ripon Christian. They trail 19-11.
Yeah, definitely a good bit of effort there by Bear River. Fortunately, they weren't able to get it inside the lines.
Van Dever back in the ball game, looking to block Shell. Petlansky there with a backside D. Here's a pass. Vanderpool, no, we got a double on Shelton.
This game is looking very dominant so far by the Bruins.
20-11. Back in the ball game comes Pereira. Out comes Gonzalez. Pereira's in the front with Rath and Amanda Clark. In the back row, Johnson, Haley Brown, the libero, and serving Sarah Shell. Shell gets it over, dug by Coline. Here's Shelton on a slide from Vanderpool. Playable. Brown keeps it alive. Johnson back row, Shell. dug nicely by Klein. Outside, this is Van Dever. Long one. Brown gets it up in the air, and it's out. And Brown saying, yep, it was going out. I should have held up. Couldn't stop herself in time. It's 20-12.
Yeah, there's definitely some times where you can't tell if the ball's going to go long or short. And by the time your brain has made that decision, your body's already acted. Nonetheless.
And an ace.
Oh, very nice.
20-13.
See, Ripon Christian, what they need to do here is just try to build a little bit of momentum for game two. I don't see them coming back to completely climb back into this game, but you can still set up enough momentum to go into game two.
This one out, 20-14.
As I'm saying that, they're clawing back in there.
And Coach McDonald's going to take a quick timeout for Bear River. We will take a quick timeout as well. Final match of the day, Division 4 going on, Division 1 on the far court. Right now, Bear River leading at 20-14 in Game 1 against the Ripon Christian Knights.
Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you're enjoying here tonight? Tell your school to sign up for the PlayOn Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP. Also, don't forget to stay tuned for the playonsports.com postgame show where we will select our player of the game as well as wrap up all this action from this ball game. That's coming up following the game on your destination for high school sports, playonsports.com.
Going back to the school broadcast program, Jason, Ripon Christian is actually a school that has gotten on that program here in the Sac-Joaquin section. So students getting to learn, following a curriculum, learning how to do broadcasting like Jason and I are doing today, like our producer Nathan Schemmel is doing, our videographer Timothy King.
It's a pretty nice program, too. I've worked with a couple of the schools when I was covering a couple of the football games.
After the Coline serve, she digs on a return from Bear River. Here's the attack. Vanderpool off the block, playable, barely, yes, over Bear River. Here's a nice pass in the interior. Bear River, good defense again. Johnson the save. Down the line, kept in play. I know we got a whistle, and the ball outside the antenna. The point to Ripon Christian. They trail by 5, 20-15. Yeah. Kaylee Coline to continue to serve. Ball up in the air. Johnson can't get there. It's another ace. 20-16. Ripon Christian out of timeouts. One left for Bear River. Here's a serve and another ace. 20-17.
Maybe I broadcasted cursed him in the right direction.
Jason Patterson may have put the whammy on Bear River. 20-17 the score. Again, we'll keep it right here on playonsports.com, your destination for high school sports. Let's preview some of the other coverage we're giving you this weekend. In addition to our game here, obviously Division I taking place on the opposite court. You can tune into that broadcast as well. Invite you to pull up both windows, as a matter of fact. You can enjoy both broadcasts. Tomorrow night, football, wall to wall across the country, from the Atlantic to the Pacific. We have your coverage for you. And in the Sac-Joaquin section, 3 very good games. Lincoln of Stockton at Franklin. El Camino going up against Vista del Lago, and then Antelope. We got that coverage. Granite Bay, Del Campo, a number of games we're covering here in the Sac-Joaquin section. Invite you to check all those out. And then more volleyball, water polo coming your way. Ripon Christian the point.
Just to add on what you were saying there, Jeff, that's Buhack Colony taking on Antelope.
Thank you.
It's at Antelope, too, for tomorrow. So Buhack Colony coming out of the Atwater area. So I'm definitely interested in see what goes on in that game.
I appreciate you picking me up there. All I could think of was Rockland Antelope, and that was last week.
That was last week. That was a solid game, too.
Now we've got a whistle. 20-18 the score. The last point went to Ripon Christian. And we're having a little bit of a conversation. Martin Bignasco, who has worked all 3 games today.
Yeah, I think the score was 20-13, so they're on a 5-0 run since that timeout.
Coline continues to serve. Bear River trying to slow down Ripon Christian here. Kept alive by Shelton. Vanderpool outside. Van Dever over. Deep ball out. 21-18.
That's exactly what Bear River needed right there. They needed to get back on the scoring and get back on the serve.
And an unforced error at that.
Yeah, definitely.
Now serving is Amanda Clark. Clark over, dug by Petlansky. Shelton outside. Van Dever blocked. Petlansky is there. Back to Van Dever again. Blocked, and this time the point. 22-18. Nice roof by Bear River. Well, you talked about Ripon Christian building some momentum. They've certainly gotten back in this game and made it tighter than it was earlier.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like they woke up because at the start of this game, it was looking like Bear River was just going to run away with this one.
Shelton backside Vanderpool, dug in the back row by Shell, great play. Now into the net, 22-19, as Pereira can't complete it. Brown's going to come in. Out goes Clark for Bear River. Serving, Stephanie Vanderpool, one of several seniors on this team. Deep ball, here's Johnson, going middle, going up. Pereira taps, nice defense, bump set, outside, Van Dever over, dug by Johnson. Pass middle, Pereira sends it deep, Kaline is there. Shelton goes middle, nice job, Bear River keeping it alive. Near side, this is Rath. Van Dever over the double, and the point, 22-20.
This has turned into a pretty exciting first game.
Didn't start out that way. A lot of errors by Ripon Christian, but they're now within 2. Vanderpool. Ball up in the air, Rath through the block, 23-20. Substitution into the game, Aspen Dutro to serve. Out goes Taryn Rath. Dutro has to track the ball down behind the scorer's table, the scoreboard table, to our far right. Dutro serves. Up in the air, Vanderpool. Shelton's going to bring it back over in 3. Nice job by Tegan Manis. Now Johnson on the slide. Petlansky with the backside D. Shelton's just going to put it down herself. 23-21. And now Van Dever to serve.
Yeah, Shelton's pretty hyped up about that one. She jumped up there, took that one home by herself, was able to make a nice kill on that, and got the point for Ripon Christian.
2-point game. Pereira into the net, 1-point game. Can you believe this? 23-22. Brown is there. Here's a pass middle. Pereira winds up and gets it in. Game point for Bear River.
This is a big point for Bear River right here.
Yeah.
They don't want to give Ripon Christian the 23, so that way they have to, they want to keep it going. They want to put it out right here.
Pereira serves, floats it. Doug, Shelton. Here's a dump over. Opportunity for Bear River to close. Nope, not yet. Van Dever the save. Petlansky deep ball out. Well, Bear River wins it, but a lot tighter than it looked to be at the beginning when they were up 10-1. And then Ripon Christian goes on a 21-15 run to close the gap, but Bear River takes game 1 25-22. We turn our attention to game 2 in just a moment. You're following the action on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com, here at the Girls Volleyball Division IV Championship game from the University of California at Davis.
Play On Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at Play On Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. Also, I'm going to go ahead and mention again that if you want to watch more of your school's great matchups, like the game you're enjoying here tonight, tell your school to sign up for the Play On Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to PlayOnSports.com/SBP.
Well, now looking at game 2, you could say, yep, Bear River's up 1-0, but it seems like Ripon Christian has found their mojo a little bit more after really coming out of the gate slowly. They lost 10 of the first 11 points, but came on strong at the end, just ran out of time. Bear River hung on for that game 1 win. How important is that for Bear River? What can Ripon Christian take away from that game 1?
For Ripon Christian, they did it pretty much exactly what I said they needed to do there in game 1, despite they almost came back all the way and almost took game 1. But nonetheless, they have sustained a little bit of momentum, a little bit more. They seem more fluent out there in their play. So they worked out all the kinks so far, and I think game 2 should be definitely interesting.
The officials talking to Coach Shelton right in front of our table here. There was some question about players taken off from the back row and were they attacking from the back, but they were actually in the front, and so there was some conversation about that. And So there's a lot, and Coach McDonald was working the sideline just as much as Coach Shelton was. I think these coaches are burning as many calories as some of their players out there on the floor.
No, not for sitting, no. No. Because you did say it was an assault, whether you want to agree to that or not. I'm not going to have you tell me what I did with it.
Petlansky set to serve, or Petlansky on the floor with DeRouse. Also Vandepol, Amanda Evans, Andy Shelton and Tegan Manis, both set to come in. Kaylee Coline in just a moment. She's going to replace Manis in the lineup. Shelton set to serve, as now Ripon Christian going right to left. Bear River switching sides, going left to right. The Bruins are going to start out with Haley Brown at the libero spot. She's going to come in just a moment. In the front row, Sarah Schell, an effective weapon in game 1. Amanda Clark, Kaya Johnson, Cheyenne Gonzalez, there's Brown in the game now, and also Aspen Dutro stays in. So Andy Shelton set to serve, 1-0. Bear River leading. Shelton sends a deep ball to Schell. Here's a pass back to Schell on the attack and a point.
So Bear River getting the first point from first 2 games here.
Dutro's going to check out. Taryn Rath in for Bear River. Johnson to serve. Johnson was at the service line a long time in that game 1. Here's a pass middle, and it is going to be touched. 1-1. Van Dever's going to check in, replacing Amanda Evans in the lineup for the Knights. Petlansky back to serve. Petlansky was a player of the game in this championship game in her freshman year. Now playing in her senior year. She's seen nothing but titles at Ripon Christian. Nice job bringing it back. Andy Shelton, what a play. Here's a pass outside Schell on the attack. Shelton digs. Petlansky sets back to her teammate from the back row and gets it in. What a sequence by Andy Shelton. A save, a dig, and then a kill.
Yeah, very nice sequence indeed. She was taking that all on her own. The nice dig, nice kill there at the end too. That was just overall great play there by Shelton.
Assist to Petlansky, now serving. Johnson to Schell through the block. Petlansky is there. Shelton brings it back. Petlansky over and 3-0 into the net. Looked like she looked at her teammate Coline to see who was going to go for it and got a late break on the ball and couldn't make a play. 2-2 is our score. Kirsten Pereira checks back in. She will replace Gonzalez. No. Yes, Gonzalez in the lineup. Thought it might be Dutro for a minute, but no, it was Gonzalez. Bump set near side, Van Dever over the block and gets the point, 3-2. Out of the ball game, Cassidy DeRouse. Into the game, Tegan Manis. Serving is Coline. There's the pass. Nice job. Shelton is all over the place right now. Van Dever with a kill. Yes!
Van Dever has checked in and 2 kills in a row.
Tell you what, Andy Shelton is playing out of her mind right now.
Yeah, I agree.
That is phenomenal. She is all over the place. Serving, Coline. On the attack, Johnson. Down, oh, and a perfect placement by Pereira. 4-3. Amanda Clark back to serve. Out of the game, Haley Brown in, Kaylee Rath. Yes, they are sisters, Taryn and Kaylee. Nice dig by Coline in the back. Here's a pass. Van Dever blocked. Petlansky there with the left hand. Van Dever again over the block. Dug by Schell in the back row. Now Rath in the front over. Dug by Coline. Shelton going backside this time. Blocked is Vandepol. Pass middle. Manis is there. Nice defense on the other way by Clark. Petlansky with a play. Shelton brings it back. Petlansky over in 3. Free ball deep. Johnson goes middle. Tap. We got a lift. Wow, for a second there I thought Van Dever may have hurt her ankle, but nope, she's fine. 5-3 Ripon Christian.
I think she might even have thought that for a split second. She kind of had that look on her face.
Nice serve by Vandepol. Pass middle, Pereira with a tap. It hangs on the tape and falls on the other side. Volleyball is sometimes a game of inches.
Yeah, Ripon Christian is looking quite nice here in this second game.
6-3. Here's Johnson. Back row, Shell, Doug, pass middle. On the quick, they're going to go to it again. No, Manis instead. Van Dever blocked, but she keeps the ball in play. Gets a return pass, beats the block this time. Persistence on the part of Christy Van Dever.
Yeah, she's looking real good out there. She's constantly keeping it moving. Yeah, they're quite excited right now, these Ripon Christian Knights.
7-3, they lead in game 2. Matt McDonald's going to call timeout for Bear River. Adjustments for the Bruins. They got out fast, but have really been playing a little bit on their heels since. Though they did win game 1, but yeah, looks like Ripon Christian's running downhill right now.
Yeah, Bear Valley definitely, or Bear River, excuse me, came out. I keep saying Bear Valley because they're from Grass
Valley. You're combining.
Yeah, Bear River, they came out definitely hot to start the first game, and Ripon Christian they looked a little sluggish to start, but it looks like they've shaked off all the cobwebs needed, and they are just slowly moving downhill. They're doing the snowball effect right now and just constantly getting bigger.
Stephanie Vanderpool, one of multiple seniors on this team, now serving. Here's a pass, Pereira middle, Petlansky with the D. Van Dever brings it back. Vanderpool over in 3. Deep ball up in the air, Brown, the libero. Shell, Pereira, free ball opportunity. Here's the pass, near side, Van Dever blocked. And Vanderpool unable to keep it alive. Nice roof again by Bear River. They're getting their hands on a lot of balls at the net right now.
Yeah, they're definitely they're crashing the net, and it seems to be working.
Aspen Dutro into the game to serve for Bear River, trailing 7-4. Dig by Kaline. Here's a pass near side. Van Dever gets a good run at this one and a swing, but the ball is still playable. Pass middle. Pereira. 2 players go right at it. Almost a rough collision. Van Dever, is there a pancake save? Yes, playable. Great play by Brown. Shelton's going to dump. No one's going to get to that one, though. 8-4.
I really enjoy that dump. It catches me off guard almost every time.
And the defense as well.
It's almost like the play action pass in football. Comes out of nowhere.
Van Dever with the serve. Brown the dig. Now Johnson tries to return the favor, and we got a lift call against Petlansky. Good effort on the redirect, but the point goes to Bear River. It's 8-5. Back in the ball game, Amanda Evans. Pereira to serve. Shelton goes near side, Petlansky. Off the block, playable by Johnson. Deep ball, Shell out. 9-5. Into the game, Cassidy DeRouse out, Kaylee Kaline. Serving is Tegan Manis. Manis' serve. Dug by Shell, looking for a return pass. Gets it, beats the block. 9-6. Manis out, Kaline the libero back in. Substitution the other way. Out of the ball game goes Rath. Into the front row goes Amanda Clark. Serving is Haley Brown for Bear River, going left to right. Shelton's going to dump over, kept alive. Now playable for Ripon Christian. Shelton goes middle. Nice D, Bear River. A lot of both teams scrambling around defensively. This is some pretty good defensive volleyball right now. Shelton near side. Petlansky on the windup. And we got a net violation against Petlansky. That one was going to go out against Ripon Christian anyway. It's a 9-7 ball game.
Yeah, Bear River is looking to slowly get back into this game.
Serve, Doug. Petlansky looking to get a windup. Almost landed on her teammate in the bench. It was Manis who almost had Petlansky sitting on her. Here is a kill, and it's in, 9-8.
Uh-oh, Bear River is starting to get back in here.
Brown continues her serving. A lot of returners on this Bear River team from last year's championship finalist. 12 of the 15 players back on the roster from last year's team. Petlansky down the line, it's in.
Including all 9 seniors on the team.
Great look by Brittany Petlansky, 10-8. Ripon Christian maintaining the advantage. Andy Shelton to serve. Into the net, service error.
You could tell she's quite upset with herself on that one.
10-9. Dutro out of the game. Back in is Taryn Rath. Serving is Johnson. Kaline, Shelton at the net, and we got a lift. And we're tied at 10. Kaline, Shelton near side. Vanderpool, good dig by Brown. She's playing well defensively. Back row Shelton, blocked, whoa! Pereira. (11-10). Bear Rivers come back to take the lead. Johnson serves. Petlansky up in the air. Shelton goes middle, block. Boy, Bear River is blocking a lot of balls. Vanderpool blocked but beats it. And we're tied at 11. Petlansky to serve. Van Dever in the game. To the bench, Amanda Evans. Petlansky the serve. On the block, playable. Oh, good effort. But the point to Bear River, 12-11.
I'm liking the back and forth here in the early games for this division.
Yeah, there's a lot of side outs happening right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Sarah Shell to serve. And it's out, and fortunately Vanderpool whiffed.
Yeah,
she made the attempt, fanned, and the ball went out, so it's the best miss of her career.
Yeah, she got quite lucky on that one.
We're tied at 12. Kaline to serve. Brown, that's a service ace. 13-12.
Yeah, they need to go on a little bit of a run here. They want to build a little bit of breathing room.
Well, they had some. Bear River came back.
You're right, they want
It's
to
a
do that again.
3-point game here for a while, and then Johnson's going to bump set outside to Pereira. Pereira off the block, playable. Kaline up in the air. Shelton's going to set middle. Manis just gets to that ball. Now for the back row, Shell. Petlansky to Shelton, near side. Van Dever goes up, one-on-one, gets the point, yes. 14-12.
Van Dever is proven to be a force to be reckoned with over here on those kills. They set her up nicely, and so far she has not. Ooh.
Deep ball, Kaline, service error. Point to Bear River, 14-13.
She has not disappointed. She's definitely doing fairly well whenever they set her up for those kills.
Now serving, Amanda Clark, left to right. Clark off the tape and an ace. Not much you could do about that.
Yeah, that was unfortunate for the Knights. That one just hit the tape and fell right to the floor. That was unfortunate.
Manis trying to make the save, may have banged her elbow right on the funny bone, and not much humorous about that.
Feeling the funny bone.
14-all. Shelton, near side. Van Dever, wow, what ups.
Yeah, she's got some serious vertical leap, does she? We're probably about 3 to 4 inches off the ground here, but she looks like she's towering over me when she goes up. She's looking like Michael Jordan coming through the air.
Vanderpool with a serve and a service error, 15-all. Dutro back in the game, she's going to serve. Dutro's serve, Kaline digs, Shelton near side, Van Dever again, one-on-one and another kill.
She is.
The block has been there for Bear River, but they just couldn't coordinate on that play.
It seems like anytime Van Dever is going up for the kill, they're having trouble locating that ball on the blocks. Van Dever's doing an excellent job at the kill position right now.
Pereira blocked. No, we got a double on Johnson, 17-15. I'll tell you what, Van Dever is fired up. She is getting good approaches. She's sprinting back to the service line to serve. She's not wasting any time. She is dialed in right now.
No, that's good. Her teammates are starting to ooh, that was long.
Another service error. That's 3 in this game right now for Ripon Christian. Uncharacteristic for the Knights. They're up by 1. Back in the game, Amanda Evans replacing Van Dever. Back row serving is Kirsten Pereira for Bear River. Pereira, Kaline, Vanderpool, backside to Shelton. We got a double on Vanderpool, and we're tied at 17. 1 game to none. Hard to believe there's been so much activity and energy expended, and we're just in game 2.
Yeah, definitely. Both teams out here proving that they each came with a lot of heart.
Near side, Petlansky goes up. Dug nicely by Pereira. Over in 3, Shell. This is back in 1, 50-50 ball. Bear River an opportunity. Here's Brown. Free ball over, deep one. Kaline. Pass middle. Manis just gets a hand on it. Bear River keeps it alive again. Free ball over in 3. Deep. And a mistake on the part of Ripon Christian communication-wise. Bear River gets the point.
Yeah, that was unfortunate for the Knights. They just weren't able to play the right bit of teamwork there. Couldn't decide on who was going to take it. By the time someone decided, it was a little bit late.
Serving Pereira. Pereira, dug by Petlansky. Bump set back to Petlansky. She goes deep. Dug by Pereira. Battle at the net. Up in the air. 50-50 ball. We got a net violation against Bear River. We're tied at 18. Back in the game goes Cassidy DeRouse into the front row. She's been quiet up there. We'll see if they feed her a little bit in the front. Meanwhile, Pereira out. Kaylee Rath back in. That's Shell with a dig. Gets a return pass. Tap. Up in the air. Nice job getting there. Here's a pass. Petlansky just gets it over the net. Back quickly by Evans. Now a dump. Kept alive. Ripping. Oh, we got a whistle. They already said it was in. No pancake save. 19-18.
Still nice effort there by the Knights. I thought they probably got that one. I didn't have the vantage point as the referee does up there on the chair, but nonetheless, very solid effort by the Knights.
Brown serve. Shelton keeps it alive. Petlansky up, down, point, 19 all. I'll tell you what, a lot of credit to Bear River here. They were down 3. They were taken to the limit in game 1 before hanging on for that win, but they're hanging around here and doing a great job.
No, I agree.
This is a very evenly matched
I was just going to say both teams looking fairly good.
Outside Shell, off the block, playable. Shelton is there. Vanderpool near side. Petlansky who's bad. The hot hand. He gets another point. 20-19.
Yeah, Polanski's looking fairly good out there. Between her and Van Dever, they've got a nice little solid tandem.
Serving is Andy Shelton. Deep ball out.
Ooh.
Another service error.
That's 2 from Shelton in a row, I
and
believe.
4 in this game. 20 all. Kaya Johnson serving. The setter for Bear River. Kaline, Shelton on the slide. DeRouse kept alive and out. Nope. Taryn Rath couldn't get there and make the play. Van Dever is in, replacing Amanda Evans. Petlansky to serve. Ripon Christian trying to even this up at a game apiece. 21-20. Here's a bump set. Johnson. Nice attack by Rath. Dug by Petlansky. Pass middle. DeRouse again off the tip. 2 in a row for Cassidy DeRouse, who'd been quiet through the first 2 games, but now they're feeding her. 22-20, and Bear River's going to use a timeout. We've gone that whole time, Jason, without one. Coach McDonald had actually been really quiet over there. His team had been hanging in there, but now in the later stages, calling timeout. What's he talking about to his squad? What would you be saying to your team?
I'm pretty sure he's just trying to tell them to calm down and keep playing the way they've been playing throughout this game. During the first game, they were the dominant team. Since that first game, though, that first big run that Bear River has ran on, Bear River's just been kind of hanging in there with Ripon Christian. I'd say Ripon Christian's been the enforcer here since that big run on the first game. But if I'm Coach McDonald, I need to tell my girls just to calm down, make these 2 points up, and then we'll worry about the 3 more after that. But let's get this back down to a tie. Let's get this back to a tie game as quick as possible.
Brittany Petlansky on the serve. It's clean. Here's Johnson on the slide. Shell playable off the net. Petlansky is there. Shelton near side. Van Dever, who's had a hot hand. Brown can't make the play. 23-20. Right now, Coach Shelton is telling his team as much up-tempo as possible. Let's keep the celebrations to a minimum and get back there and serve right away. Petlansky to Brown. Johnson brings it back, over in 3. Petlansky up in the air. Shelton backside. That was Vanderpool blocked. She's going to try it again and get it in. Game point.
That was big. Those
Yep.
2 points back-to-back were big right there.
Substitution, Pereira is going to check back in, replacing Gonzalez for Bear River here in game 2. Petlansky trying to close out game 2 and knot us up at 1 apiece. It's an ace. Well, that'll do it. 25-20. We've got ourselves a volleyball match, Jason Patterson.
Yeah, definitely. Both teams coming out here taking a game apiece and both just playing pretty solid volleyball. It's definitely been exciting through the first 2 games.
Well, hold on to your hats, folks. We've got the swing game, game 3, coming up here in the Girls Division 4 Championship, live from the University of California at Davis, the Activities and Recreation Center on the beautiful campus here in Davis, California. You're following the Sac-Joaquin Section Girls Volleyball Championships on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you're enjoying here tonight? Tell your school to sign up for the Play on Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP. Also, don't forget to stay tuned for the PlayOnSports.com postgame show, where we will select our player of the game as well as wrap up all the action from this ballgame. That's coming up following the game on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
If we'd had a school broadcast program when I was in high school, Jason, I would have been all over it.
Yeah, most definitely. Anytime you can mix sports and an audio visual, you definitely want to take advantage of that.
It's a good combination and a chance for your students to get trained to do exactly what we're doing here today. And it's a fantastic opportunity, skills that are immediately transferable right out of high school.
And not only that, they can contact you and possibly ask for a job since they have a little bit of experience. So.
Campaigning already. My email will be flooded with resumes by tomorrow morning.
Merry Christmas.
Final game of the evening here, final 2 games of the evening, we should say, is the Division I Championship taking place on the far court. We seem to be running pretty close together. In fact, they're about to start game 3.
Yeah, they're about 4 seconds off.
A 4-second difference.
Yeah.
I have never seen us that on track with 2 games simultaneously as we're pushing the 10 o'clock hour here on the West Coast. And if you're on the East Coast and enjoying this matchup, thank you so much for joining us. You're pushing 1 a.m.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for tuning in. If you're out there on the East Coast, it's definitely a little late for high school volleyball, but nonetheless, entertainment is provided here on PlayOnSports.com.
Bear River now going right to left, and they will have the serve. Ripon Christian left to right. Out on the floor for the Knights, Kaylee Colline will check in just a moment for Tegan Manis. Brittany Petlansky out there, Andy Shelton. Cassidy DeRouse, who had some big points late in game 2. Stephanie Vandepol and Amanda Evans. Meanwhile, Haley Brown in the game for Bear River, along with Amanda Clark. Kaya Johnson with some final words of encouragement for her team. Cheyenne Gonzalez in there. Sarah Schell. Kaylee Raff at the moment. And Aspen Dutro, though I think Dutro is going to come out. No, it's going to be Rath. So Dutro will stay in the back row with Gonzalez and Brown will get the serve. It's all down to this, best 2 out of 3. Brown starts it out. Game 3. Petlansky over in 3. Dug by Brown. Bumps at Johnson near side. Shell off the block, playable. 50-50 ball. Ripon Christian gets the point. Enthusiastic crowd both sides. A lot of people making the trip down from Grass Valley as well as up from Ripon. Shelton to serve. The junior puts it over. Dug by Brown. Pass goes to Shell. Deep ball. Nice job getting there, Colline. Here's Petlansky on the kill. Beats the block. 2-0.
This is exactly what the Knights want to do here to start game 3, is go on a little bit of run, get some of that breathing room.
Shelton, another service error. She can't believe it. That's 3 in 2 games for her. 2-1. And that's like Steve Nash missing a free throw. I mean, it just very rarely happens. Kaya Johnson now to serve. Colline to Shelton on the set. Nice fake. Petlansky on the attack. Good dig by Johnson. Bringing it back all the way in 3. Nicely done by Bear River. Here's the slide. No, it's a fake and wide. On the kill is Vanderpool. We're tied at 2. Johnson to serve again. Petlansky, Shelton, far side. Vanderpool gets the point. Van Dever's going to check in. She had a strong game too. Petlansky back to serve. Amanda Evans will take a seat for Ripon Christian. And now we got a lift on Shell. Petlansky serves. Johnson, Shell from the back, over, nice dig. Pass far side, on the attack, Van Dever. Here's a set to Shell, off the block, playable. Wow, throwing her body around, Taryn Rath. Shell, 50-50 ball, battle at the net. Bear River a third opportunity. And they don't convert. Pereira into the net. No, excuse me, that was Rath. 5-2. Deep ball. Nice job, Shelton, getting it to it. Van Dever, out. Gonzalez is going to come out. Pereira enthusiastically in.
She's been pretty enthusiastic this entire game.
I'll tell you, a lot of the Bear River kids have. They bringing a lot of energy to this match. Near side, Pereira goes up, beats the block. 5-4.
Yeah, definitely a lot of enthusiasticness from Bear River Bruins.
Sarah Shell to serve. Vanderpool, Shelton outside, Van Dever, and we're tied at 5. Unforced errors right now on the part of the Knights. Shell the serve, Doug. Shelton, far side, Van Dever, this time blocked. Petlansky can't bring it back.
That was a very, very nice block by the Bruins on that one.
Building a house by putting on a roof. 6-5. Shell serving. And another error on the part of Ripon Christian. 7-5. Shell serve. Outside Van Dever, way outside. 8-5. Bear River, while Ripon Christian making uncharacteristic mistakes, Bear River staying mistake-free here in Game 3. Passing is failing a little bit here for Ripon Christian on serve receive. Here's Brown, pass middle going up. Rath the point, 8-5. Excuse me, make that 9.
Yeah, Bear River is starting to get a little bit of momentum here. They're starting to feel what they need to do, and they're doing it well. Their execution has been pretty flawless here in Game 3.
Klein up. Van Dever on the attack. Deep ball. Shell is there. Johnson near side. Pereira the point. 10-5.
Yeah, they are pumped up over there on the Bruins side.
Timeout called by Ripon Christian. Ever since Pereira came in, Ripon Christian had the lead. Pereira came in. We talked about she brought her enthusiasm with her, and since then, a flood of points. And the other thing is, remind me, like the last 4 or 5 points, I don't recall Bear River having to attack until that last point by Pereira. It had been mostly mistakes on the part of Ripon Christian in serve receive.
Yeah, definitely. Ripon Christian is starting to do a little bit of uncharacteristic mistakes. And Bear River, got it right that time.
Nicely done.
They are taking advantage of these mistakes and combine that with pretty solid and flawless play throughout Game 3 so far. They have a 5-point lead.
Sarah Shell on a bit of a run from the service line, and there's a service ace.
Yeah, it's looking like Coach Shelton over there is starting to get a little bit upset. He's getting told to not get out of his seat as much as he would like to be.
11-5, and a service error, and a break. A break for Ripon Christian, and one they sorely needed in Bear River. Bad timing there, because they were really putting the pedal to the metal. 11-5 our score. There is a point. Nice job, but Ripon Christian looks like they're still having a little trouble getting into their offense. Should be 11-7, should it not?
Yeah, it should be 11-7.
Yeah, that's what we're looking at. So it should be 11-7.
I want to give a shout out to Nathan Schemmel for keeping the score all over it. Yeah.
Nice defense, Kaline. They'll get that straightened out in a minute. Here's Van Dever. Good dig in the back by Shell. Wow. Pereira over in 3. Opportunity, Vandepol sets far side. Van Dever again, but out. Now it should be 12-7. We'll see if they adjust that.
Yeah, they're the scorekeepers are starting to tell them right now.
Yep, timeout. Into the ball game goes Kaylee Rath. Meanwhile, we will get the change. So they will make the adjustment to the scoreboard, which is correct. 12-7 is the score. Bear River to serve. Amanda Clark serving. Kaline digs. Shelton sets far side. Van Dever into the net. Most of these points are not coming because Bear River is making a play, but it's coming because Ripon Christian isn't making a play.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for the Knights. You want to be beat in a sports game. You don't want to beat yourself. And so far, unfortunately for the Knights, that's what they are doing, is beating themselves.
Bear River doing a little bit of that there as Amanda Clark misses long. Stephanie Vandepol now serving. 13-8 the score. Vandepol, deep ball, playable. Pereira, and sent right back by Van Diver, 13-9. Excuse me, Van Dever.
That was very nice by Van Dever. She's been definitely a workhorse there at the net. Anytime the ball goes her way, she finds a way to get some points.
Vandepol serves down the line, dug by Shell. Johnson going on the attack. Pereira block, good backside defense. Shell. She'll attack from the back row. Petlansky is there. Shelton, far side. Van Dever again, off the block, trying to bring it back. Bear River, are they going to? Yes, no, into the net, Pereira. 13-10. Vandepol the serve. And barely keeping it in play as Bear River pass middle. Manis, dug by Brown. Middle Pereira, Petlansky with the D. Vandepol can't get there to make the play. 14-10.
Yeah, that was all set up by a very nice save there by Kaya Johnson. She was able to put a nice one over, got it on the inside of the antenna. Very nice play to get that point, which led to that point, sorry.
Vandepol with a double, 15-10. Dutro, who just checked in, gets the first point on the serve, now serving again. Kaline, Shelton tries to dump it over, but back the other way, Johnson.
That was a very nice dump.
And a timeout called by Ripon Christian. They are out of timeouts and they're trailing here in game number 3. Whoever wins this has momentum in a 2-1 lead. You're following the action on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you're enjoying here tonight? Tell your school to sign up for the Play On Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP. Also, Play On Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at Play On Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games at YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
Ripon Christian out of timeouts. Bear River has both of theirs, but the Bruins at the moment haven't elected to use any of them, and they're up 16-10. They haven't needed to. Serving Aspen Dutro. Dutro's serve, dug by Kaline. Right at the net battle. Manis is there. Outside Shelton. Dug by Shell, who's playing very solidly defensively. Pereira over in 3. Here's Shelton going middle. Manis for the point. 16-11. Christy Van Dever to serve. Van Dever over, dug by Brown. Bump set, Johnson, back row, Shell, blocked. Actually, no, they're going to say into the net. 16-12 is the score. Van Dever serves. Brown to Johnson, back row Shell, playable for Vanderpool. Shelton's going to set outside. Petlansky beats the block. Nice job keeping it alive, Dutro. Backside on the slide, down the line and in for Andy Shelton, and it's 16-13.
That was a solid kill by Shelton. Just snuck that in right on the back line. Very solid kill.
And Bear River's going to use their first timeout. They've got one left. In all the years I have covered this championship game for division, well, at least involving Ripon Christian at Division 5 and now Division 4, this is the toughest matchup I can recall them facing against Bear River. Both teams very evenly matched, and we've seen a lot of back and forth in this championship.
Yeah, definitely a lot of back and forth action. Like you said, both teams coming in pretty evenly matched. Bear River, the number 2 seed, Ripon Christian, the number 4 seed. Both records fairly close to each other as well. So both haven't lost. Well, until this game, both hadn't lost a game in the playoffs. So, or until this matchup, I should say. Both pretty good powerhouses in the area. And it's proving here in this championship. It's definitely been an exciting first couple games, and this third game has not been anything short of that as well.
Van Dever back to serve again. Here's Johnson setting near side. Pereira, a nice run at it. She gets the point, 17-13.
Yeah, that's
nice job by Coach McDonald drawing up that play.
Yeah, I agree with that, and that's one thing that you don't want if you're the Ripon Christian Knights is to get Pereira going with that head of steam. Is her enthusiasm has brought a lot of points to this Bear River team.
Pereira, a junior, gets the serve. Here is a pass to Shelton, and it's going to be blocked. 17-13. Actually, it wasn't even blocked. It went into the net and off the antenna. 18-13, excuse me. Boy, every time Pereira in this game 3 has been in there and touching the ball, good things have happened for Bear River. Outside Petlansky. There's Pereira defensively. Near side, Shell goes up into the net. 18-14.
Yeah, that was just an untimed jump there by Shell. She jumped a little bit early. By the time she met the ball in the air, it was already a little bit too low.
Pereira comes out as enthusiastically as she came in. Gonzalez replaces her. Shell looking for a pass, gets a pass, near side with the tap. Good placement.
Yeah, that was very nice play by Shell. Just tapped that right over, put it right where there was no Knights on the court. That was a very solid point there for the Bruins.
Haley Brown to serve. 19-14. Shelton brings it back over. No, into the net. Tough sequence there for Amanda Evans, who had the misfire on the pass and then hit the ball into the net at the end of it. 20-14. Serving is Brown. Petlansky, nice job, Shelton, at keeping it alive, but then DeRouse can't finish the deal. 21-14. Petlansky, the near side, Shelton, tap, and the point. Nice effort by Gonzalez, Brown, and Amanda Clark avoiding the 3-car collision in the middle of the floor.
Yeah, that was pretty close. I like the brakes that they all happen to use on that one.
Yeah, no kidding. 21-15. Andy Shelton now serving. Johnson goes backside to Shell. Shelton is there off the net, but good hustle by Shelton. Vanderpool and Shelton trying to combine on that one to make a play, but instead